Thanks for tuning into my channel. I'm Kidest. If you are new to my content, welcome. There's lots of stuff here for you on consciousness evolution, deliberate creation, manifestation, personal empowerment, and all that good stuff. If you are a returning viewer or a subscriber, welcome back. In this video, I'm going to sort of spotlight or highlight the nature of co-creative power. Co-creative power is what allows you to impact and influence the experiences, your current and future experiences, so that you are attracting and manifesting the things that you want through co-creation. Your co-creative power is something that I would compare to collaborative power or resonant power, harmonic power. It is power that helps to influence and define the sort of manifestation that you want to experience. Co-creative power isn't about making something happen. You're not willfully trying to make things come into fruition. You're not exerting force, if you will. Force, from my perspective, that feeling of, I have to make this happen, is a stress-based state. From my perspective, that kind of tension and tightness is coming from a kind of sympathetic nervous system activation. And co-creative power, because you are including universal intelligence, your co-creative partners, whoever you are, co-creatively bringing about the things that you want into fruition with, because you're including more support, more information input, more collaborative input into the process, you are much more able to relax into the flow of manifestation and the orchestration that arises in the manifestation process. So co-creative power is what I liken to being in that optimal balanced state that I talk about in both my books and Anything You Want, and in my latest one, Manifesting Health. I talk about how you have to move between sympathetic nervous system activation and parasympathetic nervous system activation. You have to move between activity and performance and movement and doing and, hitting the ground running and that active pursuit towards your destination, your manifestation, that sympathetic nervous system activation. You have to balance that with your parasympathetic nervous system response, which is relaxing, laughing, enjoying, luxuriating, as I like to call it. And that balance really allows you to experience power as a combination of flow state and collaboration and enjoyable activities that allow you to really see the effect of your sort of quantum co-creative capacity. And my emphasis, or my wanting to spotlight this, is to encourage you to sort of be aware of where you're coming from when it comes to the things that you want to attract and manifest, when it comes to the things that you want to see bear fruit in your experience. Check yourself to see if you're coming from that place of empowerment, from that recognition that, yes, you can impact and influence your present and future circumstances so that you are getting more of what you want in life. You can do that. You have the co-creative power to do that. But you don't have to come at that process. You don't have to come at it hard. You don't have to come at it with a willful push. And if you are, I encourage you to check that. Find out where that's coming from. Recognize that an excessively stressful state doesn't really help your manifestation momentum, doesn't really help the flow, the orchestration to sort of unfold in the ways that you likely want it to unfold. So if you find yourself that you are in a willful, I have to make this happen kind of mindset, it could be a reminder for you to sort of relax a bit, to, ease up a bit, to broaden your perspective perhaps, and recognize that you are not alone in the manifestation dance, that there is a universal intelligence at work in all things. There is co-creative support, and you likely have co-creative partners that you are bringing the things that you want into fruition. So there's all of that there for you to relax into, to sort of, okay, if I'm feeling like, oh, I have to make this happen, what do I need to understand? Where is this coming from? Am I getting the adequate relaxed states that I need to be in that place of optimal balance? So it's an opportunity to engage your self-awareness, engage your sort of self-regulation skills, and see where you're at, so that you are enjoying the manifestation process and coming at it in the ways that are effective. The effectiveness of co-creative power is in the collaboration, with the universe, and the collaboration with your co-creative partners. If this is your spouse, your family, your colleagues, whatever context you are working to manifest something in, relaxing and expanding your perspective to remember that you're not alone in the bringing to fruition of the thing that you've intended, the thing that you have seeded, the thing that you have planted, the thing that you are growing into being into the physical dimension. So I wanted to highlight that. Co-creative power is not forceful. Co-creative power, manifesting within this framework of co-creating with the universe, it really isn't about coming at things hard. It really isn't about willfully making things happen. That sort of willful push, that what I think to be is really making too much use of the individual sense that, like, I have to make this happen, that isn't as effective as the sort of we mindset, the collaborative, expanded, inclusive perspective of co-creation is a team sport. And I include the universe in that sort of framework of it being a team sport. There are intelligences that are greater than the individual person who's trying to make things happen. And one of the things that I highlight in my book and in my manifestation masterclass is that nothing in human experience is done by an individual by themselves. Everything that you experience, from the food you eat, to the car you drive, to the streets you walk on, to the buildings you go to, all parts of the human experience, including, how our planet spins on its own axis, how the planets orbit the sun. Like, none of the totality of our human experience is something that one individual has done by themselves. There's a lot of intelligences at work. There's a lot of co-creative power at work at all levels and at all layers of reality and human experience. So relaxing a bit, checking yourself to see if you're coming from a place of that collaborative, empowered sense of, yes, I can impact my experiences, but I'm not alone in how I'm able to impact those experiences, how I'm able to get my results. If you're coming from that place of collaborative power, resonant power, harmonic power, however you want to frame it, it's useful to have that checkpoint with yourself so that you are coming from that energy, that balanced energy that is effective at steering, if you will, quantum potentials, steering the trajectory of present and future circumstances. What's effective is that collaborative, balanced power. And if you're not coming from that, if you're coming from that sense of, oh, I need to make this happen, I suggest, I encourage, I am of the perspective that that's an opportunity to sort of check yourself and bring things into balance. From my perspective, that, like, really willful push doesn't lead to the kind of precision and accuracy in the manifestation momentum and the manifestation flow that the collaborative approach to co-creation, that sort of more expanded, more zoomed out view of the co-creative process, allows you to do. So include the universe in your perspective of how things happen. Include universal intelligence in your perspective of how things manifest. Include, the synchronicity, the orchestration that the universal intelligence does to bring this to pass. in your sort of view of where you're at on your manifestation journey. And that could potentially help you sort of relax and, move into a more balanced state of forward movement when it comes to, getting to the results that you want to experience. So I wanted to spotlight that, sort of create that differentiation between what co-creative power is and how to notice where you are when it comes to how you're approaching your manifestation journey. You can come to it from that empowered place, which is a balanced place. It's a combination of, a well-balanced movement between sympathetic nervous system activation and parasympathetic nervous system activation. So just a self-awareness and self-regulation check for you to sort of help you maintain a manifestation momentum that is precise, that is accurate, that is effective, and that can ultimately lead you to experience the things that you want to attract and manifest.